Good morning, my friends. Thank you for joining me on this Tuesday at 10. I'm on time. Got my camera to turn itself sideways / phone. That which is always funny because I don't know why it's not just doing it. Anyway, again, thank you for being here. I appreciate your comments. I love hearing them. And I'll reply to as many as I can while the video is live, and otherwise it'll be afterward. And thank you as well for sharing my video. And of course, I appreciate your business. So, bunch of things going on. Bonus days, we talked about that in last week's video. So I have added the link to my blog, and scroll down, it's on there. And same with the extra promotion. So right now I won't go over those, but if you do have questions, let me know. This is a stamp set we're going to be using. It's the Everything Amazing stamp set, and it's photopolymer, which we like, which means, you know, it's clear, you can see through it, which really helps when you are stamping, especially words that have to fit in a little space, so it's perfect. I like this set for a few reasons. One, because I have the choice of different sentiments. You are an amazing friend, wishing you an amazing birthday, and you will do amazing things. Plus you have the hearts I should say, candles, little scrolly ribbony things, I call the happy things. Some flowers, which adds a little bit more dimension, the birthday hat, some stars, and of course the balloons. We're going to be using a bunch of those today. Okay, well, a little bit, just a tiny wee bit about bonus days, because when you in Canada, when you spend $60 before tax and shipping on your order, you get bonus days, which is a $6 coupon to use next month. And when you place a $60 order this month, you also get from me a free gift, which is the Noble Peacock Rhinestones. I've used some. You'll get a full pack. I think I said that last week. So repetitive, but I do love the colors in this, and I hope you do too. And I believe I'm using it on one of these cards, so I am. Anyway, speaking of cards, ta-da, let's get to the first card. So we have a simple base of Whisper White. This is the thick Whisper White, which I like. Now, if you find your card isn't staying shut, you can give it another swipe, let's say, with the bone folder. Notice how I didn't use the point, use the side like so. Now you can see it's not flapping as much. Alrighty, we're also going to be using this really pretty paper. This is from the Garden Lane DSP pack. So you may have missed this because it's kind of like, I kind of overlooked it at first and went, you know, I think I'm going to order that. And same with the stamp set. It wasn't something that I thought right off the bat, I have to have this. But now that I have it, it's amazing. All right, so here's the two pieces we're going to be using, and pretty backs on them. But we're using this side because I like it with Garden Green. I always have a second one waiting in the wings just in case I stamp wrong. It's so much easier when you're stamping like right in front of yourself. Okay, so here's the stamp, and it's large. So this is on E-block. Seemed like the best one to use. And I'm using Garden Green. It's a color I haven't used. Actually, I think that's going to find in my videos today that you'll see that I'm finding that I haven't used some of these colors for a while, and it's time to get them going. Now, let's do that the other way. I always say whenever you have a big stamp like this, you want to turn it over and make sure that you get all over the image, a whole bunch. I've cut this down quite a bit, and it should fit. If my calculations were correct, it will fit. Alrighty. Let's get that out of the way. Oh, hopefully, I see some spots I don't think are even. I know that doesn't usually happen, but I think I spent too much time in one spot. But then again, it is to be a bit uneven. I don't know what they call that look, It's not a watercolor look, and I am going to bring this towards myself. And you know how I like to use my grid paper to line things up. That helps me get things straight. So if my head's in here, I do apologize. I did wash my hair though, so. Alrighty, I think we're ready to commit. And straight down. We'll just hold that for a second. It's supposed to be a real scorcher today, by the way. Those of us in, oh, I don't know if we're called Southern Ontario. A little bit above Southern Ontario. Call it left of Toronto. Okay, oh, might be really close at the edge. Oh, no, it is still fine. Alrighty, so I don't need that again. So let's get that one right out of the way. I found when I was making these, I'd turn my hands over and I'd be, of course, the usual, inked up. All right, so this time we're using Memento ink. It's Tuxedo Black, a nice, really, really dark color. So, oh, it goes this way. And my skinny blocks. I'm going to be using a variety of blocks today, by the way, because I have got a full class happening on Thursday. And whenever I have a class, and mine are on the third Thursday of every month, I like to load up the blocks with the stamp, so I'm ready to go while we're there, because time is precious. Oh, good morning, Sonia. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Alrighty, and I gotta get in here and right over and just commit right there. Oh, I kind of messed that up a bit. Luckily, I have another one. Okay, I didn't hold it down properly, but that's okay. Again, I wonder if I can move it. I'm going to move this a little bit closer to myself so I can see what I'm doing. All right, stay. Oh, well, that worked out really well, didn't it? I will have to clean these because I'm, again, a little short on blocks. I have really big blocks. So, due to the magic of video, oh, look at that. It's perfect. Huh. How did that happen? All right, so we will get our adhesives. Okay, so I'm just going to use liquid Tombow and throw this on the back. Give me 1 second. There we go. Okay. Oop. If the light just jiggled, that was my head hitting the light. I am so glad the construction outside has slowed down for a moment. It was a little bit more than a symphony of noise. At first, I thought it was music, and I thought, who would be playing music so early? Because it was like, I don't know, about 8 o'clock. Like really, really loud music. And then I realized, well, duh, it's construction. Before I forget. And then I get inky fingers. Okay, so I don't need that one right now, and that one. So yes, it's much quieter and it's lovely. Absolutely lovely. Okay, get that aside. This card comes together very, very quickly. A little bit more Tombow. Now you do not need a lot. This is a new bottle, so it's coming out quite well. If you find that happens, you can always just go ... There are always options. Or you can drag down some of the glue that's already on there. I'm just going to do one at a time. Let's see. This one was here. If you do want the measurements, I can certainly provide that. There will most likely be a blog post, but not today. I have 1,000,001 things happening today. Not quite 1,000,001. Wouldn't that be ridiculous if you timed that out? How long would that take to do 1,000,001 things in one day? That'd be crazy. Crazy. And I'm not that crazy. Medium crazy. Alrighty. Now these don't have to join because, who's got gluey fingers? Because I am just going to wiggle that a bit. Putting ribbon right down the center. Oh, do I have it handy? I do. Okay, for this and just for ease of use, I am using Fast Fuse. You can use, I don't recommend a liquid adhesive for ribbon. You don't want it to show through, but most of this is going to be covered. And I can trim off the ends after for that. And let's get some dimensionals going. Isn't that a quick card? Let me know what you think. I think I've been talking about this for weeks. I wanted to get out and do some strawberry picking. It hasn't worked out. But one day that it was cool enough, do you think I got out? No, I did not. And I don't know, by the time, well, the fields are getting a little thin, apparently. Alrighty, and let's just put that on. I'm not 100% certain I have my sharp scissors here. I don't think I do, so let's just pretend that that's exactly the way it should be. Alrighty, card number 1, what do you think? I'm not someone who usually, like the dark greens, I like them for leafy things, but I've never really used them seriously for a main piece on a card. So I'm going to bring these in so I don't forget. And I have taken the liberty of doing some work in advance, and that would be heat embossing. So I use the, let's see if I can remember, every week, right? Stitched, nested labels dies. And this is the largest of them. And I heat embossed using white embossing powder. And here's another card I don't use that much. Oh, I forgot to tell you, that white ribbon you saw in there was the Whisper White flax ribbon. I do forget things. Oh, and the Garden Lane DSP. Let me go back. I just glanced up. And it's on page 165 of your catalog, in case you don't see it right away. Okay, another color I don't use that much is Pacific Point. And I thought, I wanted this card to like, boom. My card was actually inspired by a US demo, and his name is Brian King. When I saw it, he used different colors, but when I saw it, I went, I really like that. So I am layering this with Gorgeous Grape, and I have cut my borders a 1/4 of an inch in instead of my usual 1/8 of an inch. So I wanted to show more of the blue, so I think that'll look really pretty. So I have, because I didn't heat emboss this, I'm going to do that on Daffodil Delight. I can't believe my mind went, pew. I am going to use the Memento again, and just need to load up the stamps. One moment, please. Okay, so this is a birthday card. So, wishing you an amazing birthday. Everything else is on stamps. All right. Now, if you want, and this better work, if you want your stamps to line up beautifully on your blocks, in my case, I like to use an edge like this, like an edge being a straight line. So I'm going to go like that. Looks pretty good. It just helps with the stamping. I know you can see this. Alrighty. And should work out. Now this one I don't have extras, so I cut a really long strip just in case, you know. But we're going to cut that stamp it pretty tight. I find it's important when you have a small or a skinny stamp to hang on to it a little bit longer. Don't just, you know, that's the sound it makes, by the way. Let it rest for a second. And I don't recommend rock and roll, but just a little bit to make sure you've got the entire word. That's what I did wrong on the You Will Do, the previous card. Alrighty. And I have my not so sharp scissors, so I will use these. And I have the worst time cutting straight. So if I cut it on an angle, I meant to do that. I meant to do that. Not bad, not bad. I'd like to blame the scissors for not being straight. Yeah, let's get rid of these pieces. But it's me. It's me. Oh, I shouldn't have put the ink away, because we have on gigantic blocks the balloon, the hat, and the heart. Okay, so, and these are in the same colors. And for these, you would fussy cut. Okay, let's do this one on purple. Oh, AKA Gorgeous Grape. And again, hold it down. It's not as even as I would like. And the beauty of it is, it really didn't take much paper, did it? So keep your scraps. Granted, this is pretty tiny, but it was a bigger piece before I started yesterday. Now, for the balloons, ink. Yep, lost the cloth. Always have a cloth handy. For the balloons, I really just want the balloon part, which is fine. Okay, so I have a confession to make that I am probably one of the slowest fussy cutters. I was laughing at myself when I was preparing the card. So we stamped. Oh, look. Seriously slow, and I didn't want to put you through that pain. Seriously. So we're ready to actually assemble the card. Again, super. It doesn't take a lot of time. Even the heat embossing was a breeze. As long as you remember to use your embossing buddy that takes the static out, you will get an amazing image. Seriously. Okay, and again, my edges, my border is a little narrower than usual. There we go. Oh, always have to hold it up. Okay, I'm going to pop this up on Dimensionals. One in the center should do the trick. You know me, I don't like when things can get pressed down, and want your cards nice and sturdy. Well, I want my cards nice and sturdy. I'm very excited, by the way, for my class. I actually had everything prepped yesterday for the card class. And it's a beginner class, so but it's good for all levels. Whether it's a refresher or not, it's really good to go and play with the new catalog products. Alrighty. Okay, these I don't think I'm going to pop up. That could have been a little narrower. I did give that a try last night, or yesterday when I was prepping these. Okay, now I don't usually do it this way. Sometimes we forget what we're doing, don't we? Your brain gets a little bit here and there. So, oh, actually I did have a plan, which was to cover up. Yeah, I did. I remember. Well, I didn't get it end to end, but that's okay. Ta-da! We are going to pop these guys up because that's fun, isn't it? Oh, yeah. All right, so balloons. I think I can use a... nope, actually, I think I'll use the minis, which are, yeah, right here. I could use a little AC right about now, but it would probably be noisy too. And there, and there. Alrighty, so let's go. I put that knot down a little too low. You can pull these off, by the way, if you've maybe set it in a spot where you didn't really like. This guy definitely needs just a little mini. I love that we have choices. It saves me the trouble of cutting them in half, which I've done. Did I want to pop that up? Sure, let's pop everything up. One more. And there we go. We're going to move on to the next card. There we go. Hope you like it. I like it. I like it. Oh, wait. We're not done. This is why, see, this is why I have these here. And I actually have a big note that says add sequins. Oh, it's sad when you get older. It's happy, actually, but it's sad. Okay, did I glue this in? Oh, it's stuck to the adhesive. There we go. Aren't they pretty? I was just thinking what colors to use while I get my take your pick tool. And ta-da! And then which end? think this should work. Sometimes I use the palette end, but let's give this a try. Okay, well, I definitely want to use the Gorgeous Grape just because that's so pretty. I love that color. And I think that's Blueberry Bushel. Wait. Oh, I'd have to look. I did look yesterday. I know that one's Pretty Peacock. Ooh, isn't that pretty? I think I'm going to use 2 of these and 1 of those. Just because we can. A little sparkle. Not too much. It's early. I'm joking. You know that. Alrighty. Oh my goodness. The next card, I've taken some liberties as well. I know. How sad is that, eh? So Canadian, eh? Alrighty. So this is one of the new ink colors. This is Seaside Spray. And I'm just going to... Okay, that one's not going to sit quite as easily. Pardon me. One moment while I have a drink. I seem to have a frog. There we go. Okay, so this is Whisper White, and it is embossed with the Beads and Baubles embossing folder. And you know what? It's cool on both sides. I think for this one I'm going to use the debossed side. Yeah. Am I? Oh, is it going to go that way? Yeah, I think I will. Okay. I think I will. So let's just get that going. For this one, because it's bumpy as in embossed, I don't often use that much glue like throughout here, but I did because it's embossed and we want to make sure we get a good stick. There we go. Perfect. Because of the fussy cutting involved, this was actually, I find the bigger items are quite easy. Little ones are fine too. It's just, it's me. It's my issue. Anyway, I have stamped this on the, this is some of the in color DSP, page 168 in the catalog. And of course it's in all the in colors. I can show you the backs of a few of them. I cut so much of it up. This is the Pretty Peacock, and it's really pretty. I'm not sure what it says. I would need my magnifying glass. But so they're all the same with the images. This is what's on, you can tell I've been using it. This is on the back of the little gingham pattern. There's another one, but I'm not seeing it. So. Alrighty. Anyway, and to make this a little more sturdy, I just roughly cut out the shape behind it so it's nice and sturdy. And of course, I stamped it using the Tuxedo Black in the Memento. Okay, now I wanted, because this looks a little plain, I like it. You know, I like my cards like that. I thought it would add a little more interest, and I put my punch away. Oopsie, pardon me. Pardon my arms. That's what happens when you tidy up. Well, not completely. I wanted some other interest on it because I just thought it's a very subtle color. I mean, it's beautiful, but I like the subtleties in it. So I had pre-cut this, put it into the, oh yeah, that's what I was going to do, into my punch. So this is 2 inches wide and it fits perfectly into the triple banner punch, which you know is one of my favorites. Just cutting it out to get it to be. One more, I think, might do the trick. This is, again, you know, I like to hold my punches in my hand and do it this way. Now I was trying to think, would I use this side or would I use this side? Very subtle. I certainly don't want to take away. Oh, well, let's try it like this. This is basic black, and I die cut it using the largest of the circles in the stitched shapes dies. You notice how I have to say that slowly. That way or that way. Okay, well, I'm not sure yet, so let's get going. So I did want to say, if you are in the KW area and you missed out on my class this month, I will shortly be putting up the next class onto my blog, which is at the top of the page there. And I will post an event here on Facebook as well, if you want to get into that class. I like things popped up. Oh, how I like things popped up. Bold or plain? What to do, what to do. You know, I think I'm going to have to go this way. I don't know, actually, if this is going to be sent to a male or female. I do not know yet. I think all my cards today could be either. You know, we can cross over those borders, right? You don't have to be gender specific. Let's go right to the top with that. There we go. A couple reasons for that. It makes it easier to get it straight. Speaking of which, give that a wee. There we go. It's always wiggle time if you don't wait too long. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I was going to say as well, this one, that in addition to bonus days and getting the, I'm warm, the Noble Peacock Rhinestones free with your $60 order, to use the host code. That way I know that you want that. I will post the host code with the link. There we go. I hope you like that. I think it's nice and subtle. So we've gone from brights to, well, pattern to brights to more subtle. And I stamped the inside. Those are the candles. Now when you're stamping again, and I was using the tiniest little block, take your time so you get full coverage. You don't want to get a partial candle. Anyway, here we go. Let's bring the cards back in. And there we go. That is a variety. We're going to pretend that that's cut still. Or again. There we go. I hope that's centered. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for sharing my video. I really appreciate that. And your comments. And of course, again, I appreciate when you order from me. Thus the free gift. Alrighty, I will see you again next Tuesday at 10 a.m. Have a great day.